Welcome to BookD, Simon. You join us on this filmed podcast.
I know,
which is pretty exciting.
I feel quite honoured.
Anyway, playlists.
Playlists?
Yes.
Discuss.
Okay, I will, maybe.
No, what do
Fine.
you want to know?
Well, you were saying that you
Steve
have...
Reich and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But Bernard Herrmann, for me, I quite like listening to the Psycho soundtrack. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but it's got such a... No, but genuinely, it's a really beautiful score.
Yeah.
And it's quite revolutionary, I think.
The thing is, at that time, strings had always been used, were sort of synonymous with romantic music, and they were all high, and it was
washes.
And it was all, yes, exactly. And then to use them as almost as percussion.
Yeah, choking the necks.
And choking the necks, and really high end of the string, to that sort of, someone learning to play the violin sound, they're kind of just utilising that and going, this actually can sound really brutal.
Yeah, and when he was actually proposing it to the orchestra, they were like, is this guy crazy?
Oh, no.
Is he actually, this is not what we're used to doing.
Mm.
So, okay, so you do have playlists that you listen to?
I do, yeah, and the thing is, a lot of the time, I have different character playlists as well, particularly because I sort of jump around different characters. When you're, I might spend one day writing one character's chapter where it moves their story on a bit, and then you're in that mindset, and I might often if I know where it's going, I might write 2 or 3 and sort of jump ahead, so I've kind of written, so I'm in that person's sort of headspace and character for maybe a week while I write 3 or 4 chapters of their stuff. It's never very long, it's only, again, I try to keep it to sort of about an hour's worth, and so you can put it on shuffle, and by the time it stops playing, you've been sat there for an hour, so it's sort of quite a good way of sort of making sure you don't just kind of sit there, because if you sit there too long as well, you're not very productive.
Yeah, no.
You get to the point where you just sort of, it just starts feeling like you're sort of in prison. For Solomon, I'm listening to the Ry Cooder soundtrack a lot for Paris, Texas, which is just very spare, and it just conjures up that sort of strung out open spaces and heat. And also quite a lot of Ennio Morricone, the spaghetti western stuff. Just because again, it's sort of that kind of Mexican.
He's the best, really, isn't he? I think he's just.
He's great, yeah.
He's so good.
And really, hugely versatile. Everyone sort of knows the spaghetti westerns, but hugely versatile. I mean, like the Mission with all the panpipes and stuff. It's brilliant. And also his soundtrack for Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
With panpipes, in sort of Depression America.
You would never have put that together.
It's just like.
I think he just had a thing for panpipes.
No, well, obviously, but he kind of understood it, and he realised that it had a sort of emotional, and it's just very, and somehow it kind of does. It really conjures up that kind of jungle sort of savage world. It kind of makes sense in a weird way. And it's not, sometimes people do things and you look back and you kind of go, that was a gimmick, sticking the theremin on, that really dated it. But it kind of doesn't. It just works. It just really works in that sort of thing. But, can you imagine sort of now going, oh yeah, Downton Abbey, yeah, we're going to stick some panpipes on that.
Thank you so much.